So having proved the dissection principle, our next goal would be to talk about recurrence and transience. Now, what are these concepts? We have already decomposed the state space into communication classes. So with the help of recurrence and transience, we'll actually classify the states depending on how often the chain returns to that state. So if the Markov chain starts from a state, how often does it return to that state? So depending on that, we'll classify the states. And we will see that this would be the most fundamental classification of states in some sense. And in fact, this will behave very nicely with the communication classes also. A state I is called recurrent if the chain returns to I with probability 1 in a finite number of states. Otherwise, the state is called transient. Now, this can be made more precise with the help of the first return time. Namely, the first return time, remember, was the infimum of all m bigger than or equal to 1, such that xm becomes I. So, I would be called recurrent if starting from I, the Markov chain returns to I in a finite number of steps with probability 1. In other words, Pi of first return time being finite is actually 1. On the other hand, if there is a positive probability that the first return time is infinite, okay, starting from I, of course, then I is called transient. So therefore, a Markov chain starting from a recurrent state will definitely return to its initial state. The Markov chain starting from a transient state may never return to its initial state. So there is a chance that it will never return to its initial state. Now, this is one classification of states into transient states and recurrent states. We can do one more classification. Namely, we'll call a state I positive recurrent if starting from I, the first return time has finite expectation. So here, EI denotes the probability, EI denotes the expectation under the probability Pi, which is basically the probability starting from I. Okay? So clearly, if a state is positive recurrent, then it is recurrent. Why? Because if the state is not recurrent, if it is transient, then there is a positive probability of tau I1 being equal to infinity, and therefore its expectation is already infinity. Okay? Therefore, if expectation is finite, it's automatic that I has to be recurrent. In fact, for a positive recurrent state, not only is the return time finite with probability 1, but also the expected return time is finite. Okay? So it's more than saying that the return time is finite with probability 1. We are saying the expected value of the return time is actually finite. So it's a stronger form of recurrence. It's very strongly recurrent. That's why it's called positive recurrent. So if a state is recurrent but not positive recurrent, then we'll call it null recurrent. So these are essentially states which return to its initial. So these are essentially states such that a Markov chain will return to it with probability 1, but the return time may take very long with high probability, and therefore, since the return time may take very long, the expected return time is infinite. Okay? So in this case, the return time is a finite with probability 1, but its expectation is not finite. Okay. Okay. Now let's introduce some notations for all positive integer n, for all non-negative integer n, and for all states j and k, will denote f jkn to be the probability that starting from j, the Markov chain takes exactly n steps to reach k for the first time. So in other words, this is the probability that starting from j, the first return time to k, or first hitting time to k, is equal to n. Okay? Clearly, remember that in the definition of return time, we take the infimum over m bigger than or equal to 1. So therefore, clearly this tau k1 is always bigger than or equal to 1. And therefore, for all states j and k, f jk0 is always 0. This probability of this equal to 0 is always 0. Okay? So therefore, when you put n equal to 0, you will get 0 here, because this starts from 1. Also, the sum of all these, as n runs over non-negative integers, fjk, okay, denoted by fjk, which is the sum of all fjkn as n runs over all non-negative integers. This sum is essentially the probability that starting from j, the Markov chain will hit k after finitely many steps. Okay, so this is the probability under Pj that the first hitting time or first return time to k is finite. Okay. Two easy observations. I is recurrent if and only if f of ii equal to 1. So that's precisely the definition of recurrence. So f ii is essentially giving you the probability of returning to I after finitely many steps, starting from I. If that happens with probability 1, then we say I is recurrent. Okay? So I is recurrent if and only if fii equal to 1 is equal to 1. On the other hand, a recurrent state I is positive recurrent if and only if this sum is finite. Note that this sum is nothing but expectation of the first return time. So this is basically giving you the probability distribution of the first return time to I, starting from I. Okay? So FIIN is the probability distribution of the first return time starting from I. And then this is just the expectation. So this is the expectation of the first return time. And you're just saying that the expectation is finite. So therefore, that's when the state I is going to be positive recurrent. Now note that in both of these sums, I could have started the sum from n equal to 1 because n equal to 0 doesn't contribute at all. I just kept it from n equal to 0, but I could have also started it from n equal to 1. Okay, so we'll stop here today. Next time, we'll study recurrence and transience in more details.